Hi, I'm Dobbs Davis for T2P TV. We're here at day 2 of the 3-2-1 regatta, and we're looking forward to actually a different day than yesterday. Yesterday's breezy conditions allowed us to do 9 flights of races. New York Yacht Club sits on top, undefeated with 7 wins, so we'll see what happens today. "20 seconds to go. Very light air here, very different than yesterday. And it's Ida Lewis up against Newport Harbor. Ida Lewis in the black highlighted sails. Very, as you can see, very favored, very short starting line. Favored at the signal boat end. And it looks like Newport Harbor, Ida Lewis is off to a great start in this 3v3 match. Extremely light conditions here at the first top mark, which this course length is only half of what it was yesterday. But look at this wind. It's very light and very deliberate moves on each of the teams. Ida Lewis's strong start is kind of degraded now to where it's really all mixed up. Ida Lewis has a 1-2 combo for the moment, but this very light air is going to be a challenge. As you can see, the jibes here will put them in a tough position in this very light air. With a little right pressure, this match is actually turned upside down. The 2 trailers are now leaders, with Newport Harbor in first, Ida Lewis second, Ida Lewis third. So Ida Lewis still has a winning combo in this match. So interesting team race scenario here. First of all, big right shift. So this was supposed to be a reaching leg. It's now an upwind leg, which means that the last leg is actually a reach to the finish. So Ida Lewis has got their work cut out for them. They're right now in 2 and 3, but they need to have their other teammate get at least 5 to have the magic 10-point score to win the match. Well, very interesting, folks. Newport Harbor has finished first. And we've got now Ida Lewis trying to get 2 and 3. If they get 2-3, then they can possibly win the match depending on where their other teammate finishes. So it's really coming down here to the last boat length. It was close, but Newport Harbor pulled that off for a 1-4-5 winning combo in that match. So here we are inside 4 minutes in the entry signal of match racing between the 2 Bay Area teams, San Francisco Yacht Club and St. Francis. San Francisco Yacht Club with the blue flag, they entered in from port, against St. Francis with the yellow flag. They're just doing circles, killing time before their start. There it is, 1 minute to go. The Papa flag's down, and it's San Francisco Yacht Club. Jeff Madrigali on the helm, who is leading back to the start. And with just over 10 seconds to go, more green flags from the umpires. I'm not sure why they're flagging a lot here, but it's Jeff Madrigali in full control of this match. Jeff Madrigali squeezing hard to elevate and just pinch off the guys from St. Francis, so they have to tack away. So the San Francisco Yacht Club team, led by Jeff Madrigali, has done a nice job of taking the St. Francis team all the way to the corner, and as you can see now, they're just going to be herding all the way to the top mark. They're right on leyline. San Francisco Yacht Club with a healthy lead on the first of the downwind leg. This is the first time they've set spinnakers because yesterday was too much wind. So this should bring another interesting element to the boat handling in today's match. San Francisco did an early drop to do a button hook around the course right gate, going back to the side where they made their gains. And the team from Tiburon at San Francisco Yacht Club has really put the hurt on St. Francis and won this match by a huge margin. 20 seconds to go in the 2v2 match between Annapolis Yacht Club and Newport Harbor. The breeze was really light. Now the breeze has come in from the left. There's a left puff on the race course. Well, definitely boat 6 over, and we'll see them have to go back. Another boat over as well. So interesting 2v2 tactics. These boats have not gotten to the top mark first, and yet they're already jostling for position. 2 boats were early at the start, and so the whole dynamic is changing here just on the first leg. Annapolis Yacht Club has done a great job. They went from being behind to now being ahead in 1-2 position. AYC on their final jibe into the bottom mark. They couldn't quite fetch it. They've got a short leg here on starboard and then a button hook turn to do, but with a 1-2 combination thus far, they're in good shape in this match. Final tack to the finish line. AYC close on ley line and their teammates just behind. It's kind of a one-way run racetrack here with this wind shift. So with a 1-2 combo, AYC wins this match against Newport Harbor. Well, we're past the entry signal. New York Yacht Club to the right with a yellow flag. Ida Lewis to the left with a blue flag. Very interesting initial move because New York Yacht Club went deep and maybe too deep, but Ida Lewis still couldn't cross, so we're here in a classic dial-up. What we're seeing is a second dial-up with 1 minute 20 seconds to go. Ida Lewis desperately trying to get their bow around and not get dialed again by New York Yacht Club, but there is only a minute to go, so New York may let them go and just focus on winning the start. And New York Yacht Club still in full control of this match. They didn't go back to focus on their start. This is match racing after all, and with 40 seconds to go, they're still in full control. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very interesting here. Ida Lewis was able to get down and still have enough room to come upwind and cross the start line. So New York, who is in full control of the match, is still in control, but they've got to live in that lane to keep Ida Lewis pinned. Ida Lewis did a good job of starting to squeeze New York Yacht Club. They're tacking away. However, they're very close to ley line, so this may limit the opportunities. Remember, they are starboard rounding, so anything can happen. Good crew work is essential in match racing. New York Yacht Club does an okay job with their set. The sail is not yet full. We'll see how Ida Lewis does. There's still opportunities for the trailing team in this match. Ida Lewis trying to jibe and get over top of New York Yacht Club. The New York Yacht Club's jibe wasn't that stellar, so Ida Lewis may have a chance here if they can get their bow out ahead of their rivals. Ida Lewis is behind, but they're still in this because New York Yacht Club couldn't tack. They had their jib sheets fouled, and they're going off into the other corner. So we'll see what happens at the top. New York White Yacht Club in one bad tack has ceded the lead to their crosstown rivals at Ida Lewis. Ida Lewis jibing. New York Yacht Club is jibed on their hip, but is pretty far away, so they may still be safe in winning this match. Ida Lewis Yacht Club finishing the match. There's the blue flag. Well done. They've defeated New York in this Flight 12. So classic dial-up. New York Yacht Club on the right, Annapolis Yacht Club on the left. A little more pressure here. There's a Yankee flag from New York Yacht Club. We'll see if the umpires saw that and render a decision. And that decision is green flag. So interesting move here. Annapolis Yacht Club chose to bear off and go to the left. Never good advice, because now it's even harder to get past New York Yacht Club, who's on the right side. So on that little exchange, we got a Yankee flag up from Annapolis Yacht Club as they were backing down. The sterns were getting pretty close, but umpires have green flagged that one. Masterful match race tactics from New York Yacht Club. They controlled AYC throughout this pre-start and now have a 2-length lead. So better tacks and maybe being on the side of better pressure has brought AYC back to within 1 length against New York. AYC bringing the game to New York. They went low. That's very clever. They went lower than close hauled in order to get New York to tack early. They may be able to live here. They're both on ley line. Just about 10 lengths from ley line. I think New York will have the inside on mark room, but AYC is keeping it close. Oh, they tried a complete tack on New York. They may take them well out here beyond ley to go back to the mark. New York making sure they stay between Annapolis and the mark, delaying their spinnaker set. Clever move by New York. They actually furled their jib, so when they do the head to wind, they don't slow down quite as much. AYC now setting the first kite. This will be a very, very close match. Very, very close. New York slow in getting their kite up. AYC taking advantage of better boat handling. Watch this, folks. Here's a pass. And putting up the yellow flag on the umpire boat means that New York did not respond fast enough to being the giveaway boat. So not only are they behind, but they've got a penalty on. Fake jibe on the part of AYC, so they wouldn't get hit by New York by completing their jibe. It's all coming into boat handling here. AYC doing a great job on the drop. They're obviously taking the closer gate to them. And a jibe turn. Normally that's slow, but the New York team seems to struggle with their drop. This is still a close match. Annapolis took the right side of the course on this beat. It looked like pressure was pretty good and they were going really well through the water. By my eye, and New York has actually tacked, so they didn't like the looks of that either. AYC then taking the lead. Interesting choice here for AYC. They can carry on to the ley line or elect to tack here as they have. That won't give much time for New York to set up. Ooh, look at that. With a duck, AYC couldn't tack. Oh, this will be one for the umpires for sure. So a blue flag went up. AYC did not keep clear. That offset the yellow penalty for New York. So it's all square, and just on ley line here, New York is in the lead. New York needs a good spinnaker set to maintain their lead. And there it goes. It's going up. AYC jibing away to try to find some fresh pressure. This is a very spirited match. New York Yacht Club taking it. A wonderful display of match race sailing. We had an incredible day today. The breeze went from north to south, 2 different course areas, but some really good match racing we saw and some good team racing. We look forward to tomorrow's final day. I'm Dobbs Davis for T2P TV.